The rumor of Cooper Flagg staying in college was pretty weak at first, but now it's getting serious. Coop told The Athletic he's got one complaint about playing at Duke. It's just going really fast. Ever since freshman year of high school, each year's gone quicker, and this season has been even faster. So what does that mean, Cooper? Well, shit, I want to come back next year. What? There's no way he's serious. No #1 pick has ever voluntarily skipped the draft in the one and done era, but in his last game at Duke's home arena, the crowd chanted 1 more year.
1 more year, they're chanting.
And then Coop did the run it back sign with his hand. Now the broadcast cut away, but watch his dad mimic what his son did. And later, Coop's like, I don't know what the future holds. Could this really happen? Well, there are 3 reasons that Flagg might actually skip the NBA draft this year. But how big of a deal would that be? Well, a draft expert from The Athletic ranked Cooper among other top prospects. Victor Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren, Paolo Banchero, Cade Cunningham, Scoot. Coop is #2 behind only Wemby. He leads a stacked Duke team in every statistical category and just turned 18. But despite being so young, he has an old school game. Plays in the paint a ton, mixes in jumpers and threes, is a playmaker. Oh, haters of the modern NBA are gonna love watching this guy. But his defense will translate day one. If he is anywhere near you, the ball's getting sniped, defends the perimeter and the paint. So him not entering the draft would be unlike anything we have ever seen. But I just got the numbers for MyFitFoods and you guys are loving it. That makes me really happy because I am loving it too. All I eat are MyFitFoods meals all day, every day, plus a bowl of oatmeal in the morning, and it's allowed me to achieve all my fitness goals while being affordable and extremely tasty. They're always mixing in new meals every single month, and it's so convenient. Like, one of the biggest wastes of time in my life recently has been like on Sundays trying to meal prep the entire day for the week, and it doesn't even taste that good. But MyFitFoods takes care of all of that, and if you use my promo code AMHOOPS30, you get 30% off your meals. They have stores you can walk in Houston or Portland or Denver, plus new stores coming in Dallas and Austin. So please check out MyFitFoods like a lot of you guys have been doing. Use my promo code AMHOOPS30 for 30% off. But Cooper's #1 attribute is competitiveness, which is why he stays in school. Did you know, of all the recent legends to go to Duke, like Paolo, Zion, Jason Tatum, none of them won a national title? I mean, no one-and-done freshman has even had his jersey retired. Well, Flagg's own mom said he is literally here to win a national championship. That is all he's thinking about, not the NBA. So go do that and then go to the league. But then, 5 days before March Madness, Cooper rolled his ankle against Georgia Tech. An x-ray showed no break, just swelling. But if he's not 100% and they lose in the tournament, Coop will have unfinished business back at Duke. And have you seen their recruiting class coming in? The #1 class in the country with Cam Boozer. A natty is waiting for Cooper if he returns. So if the kid is that competitive and feels like he's got unfinished business at Duke, maybe he runs it back just like he told that home crowd. But reason #2 he could stay in college is his NBA team. One of the biggest factors in career success is where a player gets drafted, and Coop could change his entire career before it even starts by avoiding a dysfunctional franchise. For example, the last 15 years, teams with the worst win percentage are the Pistons, Hornets, Kings, Magic, and Wizards. They have all had a ton of draft picks but cannot get it right. Yeah, the Magic and Detroit are playing well, but the Wizards are tied for the most #1 picks in history, and their last NBA Finals was 1979. Coop doesn't want to be connected to a team like that. And I mean, a lot of people compare Flagg's game to Kevin Garnett. Imagine KG's career if he was drafted by a different franchise. Like if he was a Laker, for example, KG would have a top 10 career in NBA history. Instead, this man's winning MVPs, a million All-Stars on a losing team. He wasted 12 years in Minnesota, then finally changes teams and wins a title at age 31. So Cooper could wait until the draft order is set and then make his decision. Or could he manipulate the draft? This happened in 1996. The Lakers thought Kobe was the best player on the board, but so did the New Jersey Nets. And since New Jersey picked before LA, Kobe's people started a nasty little rumor.
We had put a story out there that Kobe did not want to play close to home. If you do that, he's going to go overseas.
Buyer beware that the possibility existed that Kobe Bryant might go to Italy. And the New Jersey Nets pick Harry Kittle.
Aha, yes! So check this out. After one spin on Tankathon.com, we get Washington picks first with Miami number 2. So Coop tells the Wizards, yo, if you pick me, I am going back to college, which forces them to pass, and he lands in Miami with a winning culture. Or it forces the Wizards to trade with Miami, whatever. So maybe that's his plan all along. He is planting the seed here that he could return to Duke. So in this scenario, his threat is actually legit. So if Cooper wants to get his career started off right, hates the NBA team that gets number 1, maybe he returns to school to try to land a winning franchise. But the biggest reason that he could stay or go is money. So how much would Cooper be giving up by skipping the NBA draft? Well, the one thing that Cooper has that most number 1 picks have not had is NIL. College players can now get paid millions in endorsement deals. And the current rank for NIL money is football player Jeremiah Smith at $4 million this year, then Livy Dunn at $4.1 million, Carson Beck 4.3, then Cooper number 2 behind Arch Manning, who makes a record $6.5 million bucks. But Cooper's rookie NBA salary would be $13.8 million. So he would have to blow the NIL record out of the water to compete with that. Now, most experts believe, yeah, he could get up to $10 million bucks, but it's not just his rookie salary to consider. All players are gunning for that second NBA contract. That's where they earn like legit generational wealth. And for Cooper, it would be a supermax eventually, worth $328.3 million bucks. And if he puts the draft off a year, he pushes that second contract back a year. And what if he gets injured or some freak thing happens? I mean, there was a player named Jay Williams who was also a top prospect out of Duke. He won the national title in 2001, was the number 2 pick in the NBA draft by the Bulls behind Yao Ming. Then, after his first year in the league, he crashed his Yamaha motorcycle into a streetlight going extremely fast. He was not wearing a helmet or even licensed to drive a motorcycle. Williams broke his pelvis, severed a main nerve in his leg, and tore 3 ligaments in his knee, including his ACL. Never played an NBA game again. Obviously, that is an extreme example, but you never know what can happen if you put off NBA money. So players want to secure the bag as soon as possible and then worry about winning and playing on a good team later. But is that where Cooper's head is at? I mean, maybe this kid believes in himself enough, he doesn't care about the money. Dude knows that cash is coming down the line. Why not do all he can for Duke, which is priceless? But if Cooper does somehow skip the NBA draft, who goes number 1 instead? Well, every NBA draft board agrees it's Dylan Harper. He is a guard who can score and play make with size, which is rare in the NBA. I mean, this is a list of guards who can play make and score, who are 6'6" or taller. Some of the most valuable players in the league. Why? Because tall guards can automatically win almost any one-on-one matchup they see. They can find players over the defense and score, which Harper does well at 6'7". But make no mistake, he is still a distant number 2 behind Cooper Flagg. It would be shocking if he returned to school, but the fact that we can't definitely rule it out is insane. And so is what Angel Reese just said on her podcast. She demanded more money or WNBA players might go on strike. And now at first that makes sense, right? Like the league is blowing up, so the women deserve a raise. But there is something about how the WNBA actually works that Angel doesn't understand. And if her threat is real, it could kill their entire league.